series here as take a look at the draft here. Blue side for the side of Bren. Yeah, Bren will have the blue side.
All right. Here it is, game number 1. Drafting phase is about to commence. Ling Minotaur once again taken away, just like the statistics actually showed. And here is the response coming in from AP Bren. It's going to be a Kaja as well as a Yves taken away. I would believe that the Paquito should be taken out as well. I think that's a huge respect ban towards Sorizo or even Super Ken, who can flex it into that jungle.
Because, yeah, Sorizo can use it, Super Ken can use it, depends on their strategy, especially if Super Ken use it, it's gonna be building full damage on Paquito, and it's gonna be nasty damage if he do the full combo.
For sure here. So AP Bren, they still let go of the Valentina though, because they are at blue side. They will have a higher possibility to pick up the Valentina here for the side of Few, taking it away in the hands of Moreno as well. But alternatives, what is it?
Valentina, definitely,
only
right?
Valentina, right?
I would definitely pick up the Valentina. Well, it depends. Does AP Bren want to be a gentleman about it or not? Do they want to beat Bigatron, giving them all their power heroes or not? It really just boils down to that point. If not, they can definitely pick up something like the Claude or even the Fredrin. Arlet is also an option here. But they go for the Valentina, so they're going to take it away from Moreno. That was exactly the message that Moreno said in the interview, so GG.
Yep. They are not banning the Valentina, but instead, they use it. They don't want to give Moreno his comfortable hero, but in the trade, I think they can pick the Fredrin, Arlot even, or the Clot.
I think they will let go of the Arlet here. I think it's not really Bigatron's playstyle. I might be wrong though. I think Claude and the hero that is strong Fredrin, I really like. It's a flex. And perhaps if not the Fredrin, what is Claude and Angela? Is it Angela? Not
yeah.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Nice. On point here. Claude as well as Angela. That does still leave Uranus to be up and available to utilize, as well as, all right, Joy's been banned, so I will go Arlet again.
Yep, with Angela and Cloud, it can do the combos even with the jungler, even with the EXP link. It's so versatile that Angela will choose who he will like, just using his hard guard.
Yeah, very good read there. What is left here? Will they go for a pick towards the roam for Ogwen here?
For Ogwen, if they want, they can still flex that out, honestly, to the second phase.
Esmeralda.
Okay.
Oh, no, they
Franco.
don't. They go for Franco earlier on, and the Terizla, so already securing that EXP lane for themselves. If we know Bigatron, they should be saving that EXP lane pick towards the second phase, allow that flex to come through with the jungle. So if they pick up something like the Fredrin that still can be flexed, I think that's definitely a possibility here.
Or they can still pick the Uranus now if they want to.
Yep.
In case the AP Bren gonna ban it on the second phase, because Uranus is like the sustainable heroes that can dive into the back line or even proxy the minion on the enemy's base.
Yeah, I do agree with you. I mean, if they really want to go all in towards that dive comp, they still have a chance to pick up the Kadita. But no, they're going for the safe route here. Fredrin, flex pick, asking AP Bren a question.
Aldo likes flex.
Yep.
He doesn't like opening his cards too early, and you can see this being a certain pattern that they like to utilize, and it does put AP Bren in a tough position where they have to wonder, is this a Fredrin in the jungle? Is it a Fredrin in the mid lane? Or is it a Fredrin in the EXP? Because, I mean, AP Bren did that same flex earlier on yesterday. So coming into the second phase here, Bigatron have the chance to ban things out. Do you think they're going to go for a jungle ban or a gold lane ban? Leslie, definitely an option for them to take out.
Leslie and Beatrix, if they want to like closing,
Yeah.
the gold lane and Beatrix, there is.
I think they should commit to a gold lane ban here for the side of Bigatron. AP Bren though, okay, they're limiting the options for that EXP. Masha, is this signifying that they want to go assassin in the
Or
jungle?
Leslie.
Or Leslie?
Yeah.
Okay, okay, but then
If
again,
Bigatron Alpha read it, maybe they're gonna ban the Leslie. So the option for the gold lane, if they want still to use the marksman hero, maybe it's Brody
okay, Brody is up.
or Melissa. But Melissa
Or-
against Cloud, it's gonna facing a hard time.
Yeah, here. So it seems like Bigatron will ban out the 1-1 though. Opening up. Yeah, still a lot of marksmen.
I think AP Bren should ban the Ling out here. Or even
Already.
potentially the Fanny.
Ling already banned. on the
Alright,
first
so
ban,
Fanny then.
Fanny. Perken still have
Oh, okay.
chance to use it.
I mean, it's gonna be an annoying lineup if they do pick up the Faramis for instead of Bigatron. Angela Faramis, a lot of healers, a lot of sustainability. So let's see here. First pick for Bigatron. What will they go for?
I find this Faramis pick really peculiar because I understand that they're trying to limit Moreno's heroes. Valentina's taken out, Eve taken out. Faramis is the only hero that he's picked up, but would they pick a Faramis into a Valentina? I just don't think that was wise. If they want here, they can even just flex the Angela as a mid laner. Go for more. Oh, there you go. So that's going to be Kadira mid, I think.
Yeah.
Is it Saken or Vin? No, I'm sorry. Moreno or Vin playing this Kadira?
We'll have to check. We'll have to
Yeah,
check.
we'll have to check it first. But with Kadita and Angela combo, I mean, like the ability to clear the minion fast, I think it's not will be so that fast. They need to be careful in case of the rotation from the Valentina and Franco, who can do the rotation more quickly on the early game.
Yeah, the only thing with the Kadita and Angela is the wave clear, right? I mean, it's not that fast, so when... And if they're defending, it's going to be a very tough time to clear those waves.
Yeah.
So, two heroes.
I think Melissa is the safest.
Melissa.
You can't go for Leslie. I think the Kadita is going to have a fun time.
Martis,
So
Melissa.
they go for Martis. I mean, you could pick up the...
Oh.
Okay, so they go for a carry here instead.
Carry with Purify, I think, because it's gonna be dangerous from Kadita itself. And Carry is the tank destroyer against the Brethren, so it's gonna make Bigatron need to think twice if they want to pick the Baxia on the jungle side.
Oh, very good read there. I mean, the Baksha is still open, so perhaps with the carry pick, it somehow negates the option for Bigatron to pick up the Baksha. If we're in jungle here, what is good going up against the carry? Overall, Yuzong?
Bane. We already see that Bane on the gold lane before being used by Saken, and we know the Crab Cannon is very, very painful against Carry on the challenge final group stage.
I don't know.
Xborg,
Xborg
wow.
Okay, so Xborg EXP.
They're gonna
EXP.
use Xborg EXP again, and the Brethren gonna be on the jungle side.
Kadita Moreno.
Ah, okay. So this is it, ladies and gentlemen, the drafting phase for game number 1. And with that, let's throw it over to our casters. Take it away.
Two teams, one with a promise to proclaim that they are the strongest yet again. The other with a promise to destroy the hopes of the Philippines and bring glory to Indonesia. Boys molded into men with the single shared dream to go to the grand finals to challenge Onyx. Welcome to Championship Sunday. And welcome to the lower bracket finals between Bigatron Alpha and AP Bren. My name is Reptar. This is Gideon. And Gideon, we were talking about it. Bigatron Alpha and their unique EXP lane picks. There's their predictions. Flip that up! Flip that up! I'm on AP Bren's side, please! I want to be able to go home!
We are here at the very desk. At least we know for sure where our hearts are going to lie, because my legs are still on the line here if they get eliminated, and I would very much like to see that rematch actually happen. There we go. Both of us leaning towards AP Bren's side, but you have to admit, Bigatron is no easy opponent. We saw them take on Echo and turn it around for themselves despite the gold lead. They're great playing around Socket, but AP Bren, I think there's a little bit more flexibility in their kit.
Yeah, Bigatron Alpha, we know them to be a team that are incredibly creative with their drafting. We're seeing it again, and very patient in terms of how they play. Meanwhile, AP Bren, yeah, a lot of flexibility in their kit, but we saw if they are not careful, there is a chance for them to slip. This is it. Best of 5. only one will be going to the grand finals against the Yellow Porcupines.
Oh, I love it. Both of us got our championship Sunday suits on. We've got potentially 12 games of the highest class MLBB we've seen today here. And I cannot wait, because once and for all, we're going to see, is it going to be the Indonesian making it to the Indonesian Grand Finals, or is it going to be, once again, that El Clasico of the Philippines versus Indonesia?
We all know the words coming out of the mid laner of Bigatron Alpha, Moreno. He says he and Bigatron Alpha will be the Filipino Slayers. They've eliminated RSG, they've eliminated Echo. Now Bren stands in their way of delivering the promise. Checking out the emblems, you've got Tenacities onto the Claude and the Angela as well, but there's 3 Tenacities on the side of AP Bren with their mid gold and roam. They are avoiding getting bursted down by this Fredrin and by this Kadita.
Yeah, I mean, it's surprising enough that I'm seeing that only few is going to have that Purify. I thought Super Marco as well might even consider it, so I'm guessing that Super Marco, he's just careful with his positioning. Needs to make sure that if somebody's gonna get bursted, it ain't gonna be him.
Yeah, every time I see an X-Borg on the opposing team and I'm a marksman, I'd really want to have that flicker. But then yeah, I feel like it's one of those lesser of two evils in terms of his options, because Purify would have been fantastic with all the control abilities that Bigatron Alpha has, and that's what AP Bren needs to watch out for. We saw this X-Borg in action, it's really difficult to take down.
Yeah, and I think more so that it's got one of the few interactions that actually deal, oh wait, hold on, penalty zone actually coming out. Chorizo goes with the last Insanity, breaks it open.
Oh!
Superken secures the turtle. Art Guard has already been used, but still, they have not been able to crack him open, and even the Kaditas, all has been stolen, and now with 2 low, 3 low, Moreno falls, they find a trade back, Superfin keeping them all topped up with Cal Teasy, the next to fall. It's a 3-for-1 trade in favor of Bigatron Alpha.
And this is a hot start for the robots. At this point, they look like Terminators because they're wearing black jerseys. And this is a purple buff going into the hands of BTR, but that's going to be a hook by Ogwin.
All right, so Super Genji gets pulled underneath, but not close enough to the turret to get that decent damage in, to put him at lethal health. More importantly so, I don't know, in the later stages of the game, I feel like that Firaga armor coming in from X-Borg is going to be a bit of a nuisance for people like Super Marco, who would much rather just one big beefy tank with no iframes to work with.
Exactly. The burst might be lacking later on once the X-Borg has more items. Valentina is a bursty hero, but up against an X-Borg, he can withstand a lot, especially with the changes to the emblems. We saw it in action tomorrow. Now, I want to commend Supervin. He has just been immaculate on this Angela. Not in this game, but even yesterday and throughout the SBS. His timings are so great. He knows when to say, hey, I'm going to put the hard guard on you. Hey, let's continue fighting.
And I think, better yet, the fact that he is on this Angela, it kind of allows him to be cleaner with his shot calls, right? To really take in the information. Because again, it's not one of those heroes who require you to have like 360 no scopes, crazy fadeaways, insane mechanics. It's just timing, and it's just one button.
Yeah, it's the perfect hero for a shot caller and a star roamer for a team. AP Bren, again, we have to watch out for hooks and we have to watch out for catches. That is what you get when you have a Franco on your side. There's a hard guard on Few as well. So maybe in this next turtle, AP Bren will be more encouraged to be aggressive. But Bigatron Alpha, they're getting it fast.
Yeah, they're doing it super quick. That true damage coming in from that X-Borg is helping that heal. But now the full combination from Moreno is going to take out Owen before they can even find that opportunity to get back in the fight.
The entries of Moreno have been great so far, punishing Ogwin and his Franco. Remember, there's a moment that a Franco will be at risk of getting controlled and bursted. Actually, make it 2. One when he lands a hook, the other when he's going nom 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 on someone.
When he's
I think that's what he sounds like.
No, that's exactly it. It's accurate, but here comes the hard guard coming in. On towards Kyle Teasy's side. Supercan, without it, he's going to get locked down by the Bloody Hunt, instantly taken out by a few, and now Kyle Teasy, he's going to go even further, but he doesn't have to reset on the Decimates because the kill was stolen away. Super Marco now taking the space to zone Sakin out. Bin will keep him topped up, but Moreno fights it onto Kyle. Oh, the Mortar Coils just in time with a sliver of health and the help of Few. They take Moreno
out. Moreno, don't you dare be sour. This is a 5-game series, and you're up against AP Bren. The counter punish there. Moreno a little bit too excited, getting the kill onto Kyle Teasy, but it's understandable. If he got that, it would have been a massive pick by Bigatron Alpha. Now, we're heading into the third turtle of the game. Next sequence might be a big team fight, but what will AP Bren sacrifice, if they will sacrifice anything? Cerezo has been locked in lane, laser focused and taking Flap Teasy out of this game. Will AP Bren continue that, or will they say, hey, let's finally take a 5-man team fight and then let's try to contest that third turtle?
Well, first of all, they got to start correcting the lane assignments right now, because usually when the turtle comes up and when you are prioritizing your marksmen, you want to be on the opposite side of where the turtle spawns. Yep. So at the very least, you're part of the long lane, right? You can kind of isolate yourself and focus down on the gold, since plus the laning phase, well, quote unquote, the laning phase in terms of extra gold is already over.
But it seems like we're getting an extended laning phase right now. The unofficial extension of the laning phase. You see here, 2 members of AP Bren, Super Marco and Ogwen, have their eyes set on potentially taking this tower down. Maybe they can find a trade if ever AP Bren don't get the turtle, because right now it's only Kyle Teasy who's on that side of the river, on that side of the map. I don't think AP Bren are looking to contest this heavily. They want to trade it for something else.
It's really tough because right now Cerezo, he also has the Ice Queen's wand already completed. He can start peeling away at the members of AP Bren. But look at the focus down on towards that top side as you see the flicker into the Bloody Hunt. They burst down Socket, and even the Heart Guard is not enough. Ogren will trade his life as Few tries to make an attempt to save him, but no, it's just not enough.
In these scenarios, it cannot be a major win for AP Bren. They're up against an Angela, against Supervin. Great timing again, but he wasn't able to take down, or he wasn't able to get there fast enough to save Saken. But again, with all the damage AP Bren dished out, yeah, it would have been difficult to do that.
Well, at least they're trading like a support for a marksman at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's still a good trade overall, and I think AP Bren went into that knowing that, yeah, well, this can't be a major win. Let's just try to get Saken down, and they did. Bigatron Alpha and AP Bren meet up in the center of the map, poking out each other, just trying to find control.
Oh, nicely done. They push him right underneath the turret. He's low. Oh, that's the Appraiser's Wrath that turns it around on Owen once again. Finished off by the rough wave. Superkid instantly invades that purple buff, looking for any trades back, but nobody has the damage to do so. Kalt is going to pull Supercam back in towards the team. The Heart Guard is being expanded. Breath of the Ocean is going to knock Kalt up for Saken to finish him off. Oh boy, this game is really going back and forth. Last Insanity doesn't take out Flap Teasy. Body of the Smith keeps him alive.
Man, Moreno on this Kadita has been one of the banes of AP Bren. A controller taught by Supercan onto Few. And his controls, those knockups have been coming in clutch. Just when AP Bren think they get a nice sequence rolling, here comes an interruption. Just when they think they could get away, here comes Moreno. And with that, both outer turrets in the side lanes have been destroyed by Bigatron Alpha.
Now, Bigatron Alpha, it's not like they're playing passively. It's just the fact that AP Bren are the ones who are looking to initiate constantly, right? They have the better pickoff. They have greater ways in engaging on towards Bigatron Alpha, and all Bigatron Alpha has to do is play it out. Look for the counter engage time and time again.
And BTR have been so great at that all throughout the Snapdragon Pro Series. They've grown, they've evolved as SPS has went on, and they've refined themselves to the point where this is the case. The team that gave Onyx a lot of difficulty is now struggling to contest for this first Lord.
Yep, Cerezo, he's going to lose his Viraga armor. Well, last Insanity to work with. Moreno in the bushes. Saken getting the free hits, and here comes the penalty zone. Heart Guard is put onto Saken's side, keeping him alive, but the Blazing Duet is dealing way too much damage as Flap Teasy is already down. Moreno makes the attempt, but the Bloody Hunt is going to put on Super Ken. Cerezo peeling them back, not allowing Few or Super Marco to close the distance. Saken gets to run them down.
BTR are currently walking the walk. They've talked the talk, and Saken got a triple kill, and BTR got the Lord. AP Bren and the Philippines are shaking, while Indonesia is quaking, because this is a great start to Championship Sunday for them.
6,000 gold lead for the side of Bigatron Alpha, hoping to turn that into a 10K gold lead and put the final nail in the coffin of game number 1. Super Marco, he's got to scale up quick because now they've solved the problem of Supercan, but they have not solved the problem of Cerezo.
So many problems for AP Bren. to solve. And now they're just gonna have to wait it out. See if they can find a turnaround. On the back of a hook from the Franco, maybe a nice catch by Flap TZ. But even if they go all in, because of the sustain that Bigatron Alpha has, it's going to be a long fight. It's going to be them, AP Bren, waiting to see if Super Market will go quickly enough, throwing out those fidget spinners to burn down Bigatron Alpha.
I mean, he's got to have some good cardio, but right now, Cerezo, he's able to front line for a while. Once the Firaga armor is down, there's still immortality to deal with, and despite all of that, guaranteeing a 2.25 second delay, bot tier 2 already crumbling.
BTR, they still continue the push, but it's a calculated one. A little bit more slower, a little bit methodical. Shout out to Randy Orton, I miss him. But look at them, they're playing like Vipers right now, just waiting for the perfect time to strike.
Yep, Moreno as well. He's keeping his eyes very open. Talking to the hard guard already as they start peeling him. Super Ken is losing a lot of his HP. And now the Blazing Wind is out. Super Ken is already down. And they cannot deal with Moreno. Getting it. A three-man rough wave. Cerezo comes in with the last insanity. Walking away with 3 kills for only 1.
The counter-punching from Bigatron Alpha has just been way too much for AP Bren to handle. Only Flap and Few remain. And this Angela pick, this Super Vin, the highly touted roamer of BTR Alpha, it's not just him, it's everyone in BTR knowing the assignment and knowing when to enter.
They just keep on peeling AP Bren away one by one. The penalty zones are literally good, but nobody can really follow up with it. There's just so much peel.
It's like a banana. Bigatron Alpha, because maybe AP Bren's yellow, they see a banana. But all that peeling they're doing, going to the center, it's scrumptious right now for BTR. And now AP Bren, again, we've already laid down the conditions for them. They've really just got to turtle this out, try to get a counter punch. One of the turnaround moments of Bigatron Alpha versus Echo yesterday was when BTR were too eager to end the game, and Echo found a way to turn it around late into game number 1. That is what AP Bren will now be looking for. The item disparity, the goal disparity. Still, as it looks like, a little bit too much for AP Bren to handle.
I don't know, this next Lord is already looking like a death sentence here. They're about to break the 42K mark, which means that the core members are essentially getting their full build and even have situational items to keep them alive if they ever make a mistake or get caught slacking.
That is now the second Lord of the game. An enhanced one at that, marching for Bigatron Alpha once it comes out. Little by little, AP Bren, they're trying to find wins in the map. Maybe a slight push here and there. Something to alleviate the pressure of minion waves. Get a little bit more gold. Maybe they're 100 or 200 away from getting a key item. As Super Marco just picked up a Wind of Nature and Few just picked up a Holy Crystal. So Bigatron Alpha needs to have their eyes set on those two.
At least for Super Marco, he can actually challenge, at least challenge Socket in that 1v1. But you know, it's never a 1v1. Now they're walking in with the help of the Lord. Moreno comes in to the backline. He finds Owen, and he gets Socket 2. Kyle might have just turned this around single-handedly, but they're just rushing the base. It does not matter. Game number 1 concludes with BTR taking the game.
Moreno, the man who's been doing a lot of talking, is backing it up. What a pickoff by the